Breath of Fire 2.
Breath of Fire.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is a game you loved. Oh, God, the old Capcom logo.
Yeah, it's glorious.
So, this is right up there for you. I've known you've drawn a couple of the characters of this, like, every other day of the week.
Yeah, pretty much. I love Breath of Fire. Or Birth of Ferd. Or Fired.
Ferd. Okay.
Yep.
So, tell us about this game,
It's
Humbug.
one of my favorite series. Well, I put up the other video about it, so we explained Breath of Fire 1, but, like, Breath of Fire is, like, the furriest RPG series in existence, assuming there isn't one that's furrier and indie that I'm just not aware of. But, like, mainstream, this is about as furry as you can get. But it's also, like, it pushes the envelope a lot.
Ooh.
And you'll probably see why in, like, the first couple of seconds of the opening here. That's just one of the things that shows up. But, yeah, this series is just, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm amazed at some of the stuff they got away with.
I remember some of it, because I remember you streaming one of the games, like, a million years ago.
Yeah, I did Breath of Fire 3 a while ago. So, yeah, here's the opening. We get a little black screen, something starts to light up here.
And this was what, SNES?
Yeah, it's pretty early-ish. BOF1 was also on the SNES,
right.
But, yeah.
I was just wondering if this was SNES or Genesis.
Yeah, this would be SNES.
Okay.
I don't think it came out on the Genesis at all. It did come out re-release on the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, here's our little vagina eye. Give yourself to God. Pray to God. Praise God. You must become God's strength. Remember what era we're talking
sky
about.
Eye.
But remember what era we're talking about here. Like, this is when they censored out everything, especially stuff having to do with religion. Like, Nintendo was really... It tramped down on that kind of shit. I don't know how they get away with this. Like, there are references to death, and they actually say die and stuff like that.
Ooh.
You remember how Final Fantasy VI, they're like, feeble creatures, go! Well, they don't do that here. They straight up say, die!
Cool.
Yeah,
so none of the, I'll
amazing.
send you to another dimension.
No, none of that bullshit.
So no one's going to the Shadow Realm in this?
No, nobody's going to the Shadow Realm. They fucking die in this game.
No Shadow Realm? What
no
the
bones
fuck?
about it.
How am I supposed to raise the stakes on my children's card game now?
I know, it's horrible.
Come on,
also,
Big
one thing.
Fat.
I'm taking my time in this playthrough because I kind of want to just explore everything and show everyone everything. Like, a lot of Let's Plays on this thing that I've looked up, they're just trying to get through as fast as possible and just to show the story and stuff. But I like exploring options and talking to people, so there's going to be a lot of very slow stuff.
Yeah.
The first two games are actually just very slow in general.
Okay.
So this is your dad. He's asking you to go find your sister. She went out and she hasn't come back yet. You'll also notice that the punctuation and grammar and everything is horrible.
Well,
And that's because, unlike the first game, Capcom's own development team did the translation.
Oh.
But I think it actually makes it more charming. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't fix the horrible English errors in the Game Boy Advance version.
Well, there's something to be said about, like, the 90s translations in games.
Yeah. Bug, you're not lonely without your mother? Is that right? It's been 3 years already since your mother died. Thanks for reminding me.
Thanks for that awkward, clunky exposition.
Yep.
The fuck is up with JRPGs and having your character's mom dead?
I don't know.
Like, I was just the other day playing a JRPG where your mom is dead. Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. It was in this month's Humble Bundle. And, Humble Monthly. And just, oh, you're a JRPG. Where's mom? Oh, she's dead. Okay, but why male models? So
Hey, Bug, you rascal. You mustn't go into other people's bathrooms. But yeah, keep going.
Okay. No, just like, what the fuck? Why does everyone's mom have to die in JRPGs? Is just
Not sure.
everyone die in childbirth in these universes?
That's not why she died in this one.
Okay.
They actually, the mother being dead actually plays into this really well, like into the story, and is really important late game.
Okay.
So it's not completely ridiculous like it is sometimes.
Spoilers.
And you'll notice that the dad was still alive in this. So it's not like he's an orphan just yet.
Okay. Yet.
I don't know, he might be later.
Oh, this is a JRPG and you're in a peaceful village. Put the clock up! How long till it's all on fire?
Yeah. The thing is, it embraces some tropes and it just destroys some others. It's really interesting in that respect.
I feel like if I was ever to make a JRPG style game, the village I would start in would literally have a board up somewhere in the town that says days since tragically burnt to ground.
I would like to see a JRPG made by you. I think it would be hilarious.
You need to go save the world. Why? Because you're the player character. The world literally revolves under your feet, bitch.
Things do not happen until you make them happen.
You either need to make them happen or be there to witness them happen.
Yeah, in fact, time doesn't even go in a normal fashion until you progress the plot.
You need to go defeat the villain who has the most ultimate power in the world. What's that? He can do shit while you're not looking.
Yeah!
That's breaking the universe, man.
Yep.
So is this what, a forest or like cornfields?
Yeah, this is kind of a brush.
Okay.
Behind the village.
Okay.
It's kind of where you and your sister go to play.
Oh.
You can see all the butterflies and it's pretty and stuff.
Holy shit, you ended up in Oz because now color's back in the world.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Woo.
Battle tutorial, sort of.
It's a bomb with a bird face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You have herbs.
So, just so you know, using this character with a Game Shark code or Game Genie code, he doesn't get much better.
So this version of your character is always trash, and there's no universe where he is not trash.
Correct.
Okay.
Child you will always be bad.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, if you didn't catch it, your dad's a priest.
Oh.
Which is also unusual.
Okay.
Because most of the time, like, JRPGs are 100% against religion and religious people.
Yup.
Although this game gets really crazy on that respect, too. But you'll see that later.
Okay. You've been a bad girl. A bad girl, Yua.
Because I wanted to see Mom.
Your mother.
That's right. If I take a nap here, Mom comes into my dreams.
Let me guess. That's Mom we're looking at.
It might be. But Yua, I know, Mom is dead. Like, it's so blunt. I love this translation. Like, they probably would be a lot more subtle if it were made today. But they just say Mom is dead.
I know. Mom lost that children's card game and was banished to the Shadow Realm. I know.
Exactly. Yep. I'm so glad this dragon came to appear and protect us, though. If only I had more strength, things would have been different. Right, not true.
Things would have been different. Your father wouldn't be the fourth Hokage.
Yeah.
Just like my Japanese anime.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, peaceful village life. There's a dragon here, which means I'm never visiting this town. And somewhere in this universe, there's a cat girl that doesn't wear pants.
How dare you spoil things.
Oh no. People, most of our viewers who watch you and partake in your art aren't aware there's a cat girl that doesn't wear pants that you're fucking obsessed with.
I am not. I'm only partially obsessed with her.
Oh, get off it. She's your waifu.
One of them.
She's your cat waifu.
Yep. Okay, so you closing your eyes so you can see Mom, right? Right? Oh, is that Mom? Is that what you're seeing? Is that really our Mom? I guess it does look like a vagina.
Did Mom come from Yarnum? Is Mom one of the ancient ones?
Might be. That would be an interesting twist. Make your character part Cthulhu.
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Just like, Oh, one of my parents was an elder terror. That's neat.
Oh, what's this?
Maybe
I haven't
I'm
seen
the
you around
demons.
here before. Where are you from, boy? Uh-oh, these people aren't recognizing us.
What? You
What?
live in...
You live in this village? That's strange.
How weird.
I've always lived here, but I've never seen you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting start.
Yes, it is.
It's like the...
This is a really strong opening.
Yeah. Go away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the cool thing about the dialogue with these characters is, I know we weren't paying much attention, but they said one thing when you were in black and white, but
Right.
then when you came back, they're saying something similar and related, but it's kind of inverted to make it clear that they don't know who you are,
Okay.
which I thought was actually pretty nice writing.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and I noticed something else too. That gem's color is different.
Yeah, the gem actually indicates the character's mood. Like, it doesn't play into the gameplay much, but you can tell what either you or that character is thinking about you.
Okay.
So yeah, there's some neat stuff. I would like to see this game remade and make that gem thing like an actual relationship meter for various characters, and just like make it become a mechanic, but they probably won't because Capcom hates Breath of Fire.
Yeah.
I'll probably rant about that later. Right now I don't have anything coming to mind. Oh, what's this? This isn't your dad. It's some other priest guy.
Young child. Nothing to fear, the church will never turn away a poor child like you, even if you were a thief or a dragon.
Think of this as your own home and rest. But this is my home!
Wait, what? Goo.
Yep.
I'm so
And
confused.
now we get our first furry.
Ooh.
Little dog boy.
Bark, bark.
What a cheap place. Guess I'll take the candles.
Whoa.
Because there was an old man talking about people sneaking into churches and stealing. Like they were acting like orphans.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Very blunt foreshadowing.
And his gem is blue.
Mm-hmm.
That means he likes you.
Maybe.
Or is made out of water.
Are you going to stay here? Yes.
So does that
I'm
actually
saying
have an
stealing is
impact?
bad. It makes him slightly feel guilty.
Oh, okay.
And then he tries to justify it by saying they have to do anything to survive. God will forgive such a small thing like stealing. I just love that. They use the word God just liberally in this game.
That's awesome.
And yeah.
Yeah, I was asking because there's a couple of games in this era where seemingly innocuous choices actually radically change the game.
In this one, it doesn't matter that much most of the time. But every now and then, you run across something where, like, if you don't make the right choice in a battle, your game is changed forever.
Ooh.
It's actually really cool. Like, one of the... Okay, so the Breath of Fire games have multiple endings. I think I explained that.
Yeah.
This one is actually based on how you complete a battle about, I'd say, 5 or 10 hours before the end of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it's not like you can just easily go back and do something different. You have to make that choice, and then you're basically invested.
Is it telegraphed, or is it just...
Yes and no. It kind of...
It's an important battle,
It's something that a lot of people miss. I'll just say that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The thing that it brought to mind was Front Mission 3, which was a PlayStation 1 RPG.
Uh-huh.
And in that, there's a... like, after the tutorial mission, you're basically given a choice. Hey, do you want to go with your friend when they go out clubbing, or do you want to stay home and be a giant nerd?
Yeah.
And that determines your path in the game, and not in the way you would expect.
Okay.
Essentially, there's a explosion during that night, and the question is, does your character stay home and get an email from their sister saying they're at the place where the explosion is before or after they see the explosion?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's... The question when it comes up seems like another nothing fucking question.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like, no, this determines your run in the game because it's a 2-path game.
Damn,
yeah.
That's cool.
And
I
it
like
changes
that kind of stuff.
Like it changes fucking everything because aside from your character's best friend, both runs have completely different characters.
Damn.
Different mechs, different enemies. It's a branching narrative that comes back together in the end, but like, holy shit.
Yeah. So I don't know if you noticed, but it started raining and Bo was like, we need to go find shelter. So when I went back to the town, he's like, what's the sense in going back to the town? I don't think they planned that one through a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, he's wanting to follow this, and he's like, oh!
It's a monster!
It's a monster! Whack!
Go!
Oh, there goes Bo. Poor Bo.
Chosen one!
The child for the mission. This is such bad translation, I love it. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna beat this first boss, right? Oh, he's kind of big. This might be a little difficult when you're doing 2 damage.
You got this.
Oh. Okay, so that might not be quite as easy as we thought.
We will meet in that time, in that place.
Yep. By the way, the name of the town that you came from is Gate, so he said, let's see you open the gate. Wonder if there's a link.
Ooh. Oh my god, this is Zelda?
Yeah,
Ooh.
That's exactly right. Silent protagonist and all.
Sweet.
His father and sister have disappeared and no one else recognizes him.
He dreamt of a horrific demon who
ripped his heart and body apart.
Oh.
But it remains just a dream.
Dragon's Dogma? Fucking dragon steals your heart at the beginning of that, dick.
Yeah? Also, I should mention that the soundtrack in this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. There's just, like, so much atmosphere to this opening sequence.
Deeper within the corners of his mind. God damn it. Is he going down the 900 steps of deeper sleep? Are we going to have a dream quest for Unknown Kaddoth here?
Yeah, probably.
That would actually be really awesome.
That would be a video game of that.
Oh my god, can you imagine an MMO set in Dreamworld?
That would be so great.
That would be fucking awesome!
Yeah. So this is saying you're the chosen one and all that, but you don't even know why. But it's like, it's so artfully told, even with its shitty translation, that I can't fault it.
Huh?
It's really weird. And there's actually a reason you're the chosen one, too, which is nice.
Well, I mean, like, old tropes are fine. Doing, like, the very simple framework is fine, as long as you do it in an interesting way.
Right, which they do.
Like, just looking at this thing, is this a tower with a city wrapped around it?
Yeah.
Or are those clouds?
I'm gonna spoil this just a little because it doesn't matter. This is the final dungeon.
Oh, yeah,
that's the outside of the final dungeon, and it's glorious. And by glorious, I mean it's the most miserable final dungeon ever. But you kind of... I like that on a meta level. Like, it's horrible to go through when you're playing the game, but I like it on a meta level because you're essentially going through hell. There's
a couple of games where they have a level that's intentionally miserable, and I actually enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like, not at the time, but it's so thematically correct.
Oh, you're all grown up, and so is Bo. I guess he lived.
Yup.
Yep. So now the game tones down a lot.
Okay.
You'll see, find a pet. You go from facing a giant demon to finding a pet. Of course I don't want to do it.
Well, you're kind of toning it down because you ate shit against that demon. You ate shit so hard, you haven't seen anything for 10 years.
Yeah, pretty much. And then here's Mina. She lost her pet. Poor Mina. She lost her pet.
Nobody said we wouldn't do it, just I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But I need money. Or possibly kisses. Maybe to bury a bone. Bark, bark. Bark, bark.
Furry puns.
Bark, bark, bark. Susie.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hope Susie turns out to be something giant and horrifying.
There is a twist on what Susie is.
Ooh.
You are a calculating man. Well, try your best.
Yahoo!
He's just so excited and enthusiastic.
Man, I really want Susie to turn out either to be something like an Elder Terror or to be just a person in a gimp suit.
That would be amazing.
You found my pet, you naughty thing!
Mm-hmm.
Wandering off like that.
Yeah.
Naughty pets get punished.
And then they're kind of recapping with the little intro here.
Yep.
But, yep. There's a lot of books.
Whoop,
Some of the
whoop.
descriptions in this are great. Like when we get to Bo's bed, I'm gonna laugh probably, even though I know it's coming.
Goody! Yeah. So everyone, in case you haven't figured it out, we are doing this post-com because reasons.
Yeah. Because it's an RPG and it'd be a little weird to play it at the same time.
Yeah, it also lets us skip a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Because old JRPGs usually get a bit repetitive after a while.
They're pretty slow.
Oh, you're in some fucking gutter.
Yeah, kind of.
Ranger Guild
is below.
in the storm drain.
That is a lie. Like, they say there's a whole bunch of monsters in the northern part of this village. There are no monsters in this village. I mean, you get into some fights in this village, but they're not monsters.
Oh, they're just dicks?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, you asshole. It's cold.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the cold.
Yeah. So as I said, I'm going to be wandering through a whole bunch of things. Just,
Okay.
like, exploring everything, taking it slow, not worrying about the whole Let's Play
It's
thing.
nothing!
Yeah!
That description is fantastic.
Yeah, like, the cool thing about this game is that there are so many things where you can just, like, you can screenshot it and use it as your desktop wallpaper, and people will be like, what?
Have a good day at work. Also pay your rent. Oh, so this is Gintama, essentially.
I don't know what that is. Please explain.
It's a goofy anime.
Okay.
Take Rurouni Kenshin.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of repentive, make the main character lazy.
Okay.
And make it a science fiction.
Okay.
And that's about it.
All right, good to know.
It's like, Admiral Perry was an alien, and all the things that come to Japan after that are literal space aliens.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the Shinsengumi are running around, but, like, it's science fiction shit.
Right.
And then it's a parody comedy, making fun
Okay.
of shonen animes. It's a shabby room.
There's a bed to rest on.
Mhm.
Hooray!
Yeah, like, one of the jokes is it has a cat girl in it, but she's, like, 52 years old.
Nice.
And she keeps trying to do the cute cat girl thing, but it's like, you are way too old to be doing that.
Mm-hmm. So there's your bed, and here's Bo's.
Ew.
It's wet.
Oh, you're gross.
Yep. I just like to assume he slobbers, because he's a dog.
Well, as one way of reading that.
That is the innocent way to read it, yes.
Yes.
But he is also kind of a horn dog, so it might be something else.
Red Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many people immediately filled in the yum at the end of that sentence.
Mount Fubi. Aw, yeah.
Poopy.
Some of these names are not that great.
Mount Fubi to the
no.
south.
So this person's pet was eaten.
Ruh-roh.
That could be dangerous.
I see why you like this game.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yep.
Oh my god, how exciting.
For some reason, they seal off a bunch of the town to you at the beginning.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
There's a couple of that's not too unusual of a trope.
Yeah, I suppose not. There's just kind of no reason to do it.
There's
a Manillo. Fish person. Hooray.
Shall I ask the Rangers Guild to guide us?
Mm-hmm.
So this is always something that kind of confused me.
Yeah.
How there are so... Well... I was about to say it confuses me, but at the same time it doesn't. So on the one hand, you have an inn in your starting town where your bed is.
Mm-hmm.
So from a mechanic standpoint, it's redundant and just like a trap for you to waste your money.
Yeah.
Because mechanically it does exactly what your bed does, it just costs money.
Right.
From a lore standpoint, like, oh, yeah, obviously, if the town is big enough, they're gonna have a fucking inn. Or a motel, or tavern, or hotel, whatever the fuck it is.
Right, place for people to stay.
Yeah. What I don't get is why there are never characters that kind of comment on that. Like, it's 10 gold to stay here, but why the fuck would you? You live here.
That's true.
Or maybe make a comment like, oh, it's 10 gold to stay here. Did your girlfriend throw you out again? Is this better than the couch?
Yeah.
Or like, it's $10 a night, but why would you be staying here? Are you meeting someone?
Yep, that would be a nice touch.
Yeah.
I bought a worm.
Ugh. Pathetic worm.
Ah.
God, I've been reading Conan the Barbarian stories for some fucking reason lately, and they use that as an insult constantly.
Okay.
It's like worm and dog.
I like maggot.
Maggot is pretty
good.
The thing about maggot is, like, in modern connotations, if you throw around maggot, people start to call you a drill sergeant.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Full Metal Jacket kind of ruined that one.
Unfortunate, but still, it's a really powerful word for an insult.
Yeah, especially since it's like really close to another bad one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was gonna say that it's probably because it's so close to the other one.
Yeah. I don't know, the got part of it has this really strong kick to it.
Yeah. And before we go on, I wanted to mention a mechanic. There's a switch mechanic in this.
Okay.
Where, when you go into an armory or whatever, a weapon shop, you can actually sell your old equipment and make up the difference for the new equipment in the same go. So you don't have to buy the new equipment and then equip it and then sell your old stuff. You can actually put your old stuff up as collateral toward the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish more games did that.